Ladies and
although
on my right,
there's no heart problems in the family, he really was suffering from stress and mental pressure getting here to these World Championships. So Rexy Mayanaki is here together with Pang Che Chang. But let me tell you, he came under a lot of pressure. But we're under play now with the mixed doubles. We'll catch up with some of the achievements of these players during the first few points. It's Singapore with back to camera, Malaysia at 1-1, and it'll be fairly simple in just a while to see whether or not the world rank 43 players who were runner-up in New Zealand this year and played in the Ballarat Eureka International as runners-up last year, that a couple from Singapore can match Koo and Wong, who are certainly going to be on their mettle. Pei Tty has already gone through to the next round, and Pang Che Chang would just...
Service over. 2-all.
That was Shafiq Yusuf we just saw there in the cutaway. So opening exchanges, how do you see things moving forward, Charmaine?
Well, I say the Malaysian team has great attack and defense, and I think they're favorites to win. Although it's going to be a battle, but I talked to Koo this morning, and unfortunate about his doubles partner and his father. Sorry to hear about that. But he said now I'll focus on mixed doubles today.
Well, that was one of his problems. In fact, that we've got a quote on the website saying that he was really worried about the effect, the mental effect it was going to have to be in both events. But now, of course, he said physically too taxing. I won't even be able to go out and have a walk around the town like I normally do because I will have two events. But now that's not an issue. So I guess that'll really bring Koo up to concentrating on this particular event. And who knows? Ultimately, Malaysia could be staring at some medal winners right here. They've already won the first three matches that we covered on TV Court today, and here's another opportunity. The sixth match and the final match we'll give to you from Madrid. As we now pick up the score, it is 4-5 with the serve Liu in service, and here she's done enough to win that point. A long serve for the backhand, unusual, and in fact set up the opportunity for Malaysia to kill it there, with Koo gratefully accepting the chance.
You'll see a lot of different style in the Malaysian mixed doubles. They actually don't practice mixed doubles ever. They're both doubles players, and they come together and play mixed at tournaments. But normally in training, it's strictly doubles.
Wow. Isn't that interesting? The left-handed Wijaya reaches high for a three-quarter court clear and makes it 6-7 with him serving.
Out.
It was short, so it's 8-6.
8-6.
That's good play at the net by the Singapore duo. They really had all opportunities covered. Did well to win it back, and it's Liu in serve. 7-8. She persists with that long serve. This time it pays off. Well, they're holding their own at the moment, the Singapore duo.
They are. Nice flat mixed shot. Cut Koo off a little bit.
Francis Liu winning 3 in a row. Oh, that's a great shot by Koo, right into the body of Francis Liu. Couldn't control the backhand. So it's 9-all. Kien Kiat with the serve. There's Francis Liu right in foreground there. And there we have the coaching team. Rexy Mainaki
Service over.
on the right of screen, Pang Che Chang
10-9.
on the left as we saw it, just briefly. Traditional foes, of course, Singapore and Malaysia, always
11-9.
fighting. There's been quite a, well, that's very interesting because the Singapore team have taken an 11-9 advantage into the break in the first game, and I'm sure that they'll be pretty happy with this. Now, I think it's Coach Cheng Jin who is actually coming over there to talk in the foreground. Rexy Mainaki is talking to his charges, but at 11-9, it's really a brave performance in these opening exchanges. They're certainly not overawed by the opposition.
No, it's going back and forth.
20 seconds.
A lot of flat rallies.
20 seconds.
Lu Feng at the end of it all driving a little bit better than the Malaysians and able to take the lead 11-9.
What I'm impressed at is that Frances Liu is controlling the net pretty well. I mean, she's a tall girl. Receiving now and leaves it.
Service over.
This shout, it's all the Chinese do it, ta ta, at the end when you've made the right decision.
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing against them, or the Japanese, they like to do a little bit of a scream, and sometimes it gets a little under your skin every time.
Charmaine, let it out. Talk to your psychologist now.
When you serve into the net, they, yes, no, it's like, oh, yes.
Tamaharu Sano saying that they've got to change sides, so we're going at 12-10. Oh, that's a lovely interception.
With the new scoring system, it's not a fault anymore. If you're on the wrong side, you don't play a let, you just go on with the either the umpire recognizes it and you switch, or if not, you just keep playing.
A dummy shot there from Frances Liu picks up the point at 13-11, and it's Wijaya with the service. Again, it's the big hit into Frances Liu. We talked about strategy earlier. Would that be, recognized strategy of the Malaysian squad to be targeting the girl?
In mixed doubles, you usually would like to smash at the girl, although sometimes her defense is quite solid, but definitely physically, men are stronger.
Service over. 14.
Well, at the net, she's holding her own because she wins another point. That shot was out, so it's 14-12, and Liu has the service. Oh, well, I think Koo, having left it so late, gave Pei Tty no chance at all to pick it up from deep, so it's now 3 points to diff at 15-12. Oh, dear. How did that happen? Crikey. I think that was a vengeance shot, wasn't it? He was so annoyed at what he did last point.
He bends very well and attacks straight down the line.
What strength in the back you need to do that. 13-15.
Talking about backs too, actually Wong Pei Tty has a back problem right now. Maybe you can see it a little bit in her face, but it's giving her trouble.
Oh, really? Okay, well, we'll take note of that. You've done a lot of interviews, a lot of talking. At 262, that smash eventually from Koo Kien Kiat. And there it is. Ooh, no chance. Wijaya absolutely stuck in concrete, but I think that was
15. Oh.
Well, it was on the line called, so it's now level at 15s. Picked up 3 points in a row of the Malaysian team. Great reflexes by Frances. Oh, and it's on the line. That is beautiful. You heard that shout again, didn't you?
I'm not sure about that call, actually. It was very close.
Well, I don't know if we're able to see it again. We are, but just out of our screen, but there we go. Anyway, the fact is, it doesn't matter what we thought it was. The fact is, the scoreboard says it was in. 17-15. No.
Service over.
It's all quick, isn't it?
16.
Kien Kiat is determined to play a very aggressive smashing game. And the defense is pretty good, but there you go, smashing winners there. Look at that, Koo Kien Wong at 8-3. Yeah, well, the unforced error probably win the unforced errors as well, I would imagine. I don't know. Looking at the scoreboard at the minute. And we go, yes, look at that, Koo Kien Wong, they've won it easily. You don't want to win the unforced errors.
19-16.
Wow, this is very interesting. At 19-16, our reverse camera there. This is now from, oh, was it good? It was in. It is 20-16. Game point to Singapore. Well, I lived there for 33 years. I spend a lot of my time there, and I can tell you now there'll be a lot of keen interest there in this match against Malaysia. Why not? That is extraordinary. What a great result. 21-16 in the first game. It's not over yet, but my goodness, that is absolutely superb. Right, some of the stats for the match as they now look, she's not actually starting the game. The 2-minute board is still in there, but she's so keen to get on with it. Look at that. Net winners won by the Singapore team, 2-1. The smashes, I'm sure, are clear winners. There we go, 1-1. Okay, fair enough. And then we come to the smashes coming up now, and I'm sure Koo will still be there. Koo Kien Wong still there with the smashes at 8-5, but they also win the unforced errors very easily at 13-6. That's the big difference. Unforced errors, they've got to stop those if they want to continue on with their woo. Aha, well, Pei Tty. Pei Tty was a bit lucky there at the net. They pick up a second point. Oh no, it's gone the other way.
1-1.
You're looking for the previous encounters. I think the mixed doubles, they both played matches earlier, and Koo Kien Kiat and Pei Tty had to play 3 games against the Thai pair of Kunchala and Songpul, and they were a seeded pair, 9th seeded pair. They went 21-23, so they lost the first one in juices, won the second one 21-17, and then the third one they ran away with it 21-11. So Koo Kien Wong come here on the back of a very, very impressive win. Wijaya and Liu beat the Nigerian pair of Oraboso and Grace Daniel. That was 21-8, 21-13, so they weren't really tested in that. So here we get to a situation here at 4-3. At 4-3, they're looking pretty good. Now, Charmaine, you're in this position. You've won the first game. You are 4-all in the second. Now, what are you going to tell your team? How will Singapore win this?
I think they just have to stay up, play the same way they've been playing. Again, it's not a normal mixed doubles we're playing against. We're playing against 2 doubles on that side. So if they play the style of mixed, a lot of push, a lot of drives, mid-court stuff, I think the Malaysian teams are not used to it.
They could be vulnerable. Okay, well, at the moment they're in the lead in this second game by 6-5 with Pei Tty in service. You're not going to get too many drops. Now the big hit. Yes. Oh, Pei Tty couldn't do it at the net. All the work was done by Kien Kiat. It couldn't be finished.
He set up the rally really well. Still guessing if he's going to drop or smash. And then at the last one, smashing.
It takes so much energy to get that height. Pei Tty must be really disappointed with that one. So Francis Liu with the service. It's all square at 6s.
Service over. 7-6. Oh. 8-6.
Big moment here. If Malaysia create a decent lead. Oh, wow, that was good stuff. That was a good intervention by Pei Tty. Read it well.
Very well. You can see that she plays the net very well. Her defense is good. She saw that coming and had a wide open shot.
Nothing much to say about that, really. It was very simple. That was long this time by Pei Tty. So still now just about in touch at 7-9. Singapore working hard. Trying a big smash Pei Tty to Francis Liu, who nets it. So that's 10-7. And that was a big point.
10-7. Hurry.
Okay, a little timeout, adjustment of the hair of Francis Liu. Okay, gamesmanship maybe? A little run of points against her?
Yeah, maybe you want to kind of stop it for a little bit and take a breath.
Upset the rhythm. Oh, it was good. That was right on the line. And that is the break in the second. And I tell you what, at 11-7, Koo Kien Kiat will be really pleased with that final flourish as Rexy Mayanaki puts his arms round them. Lots of carrot and stick in this stuff.
Rexy's a great guy.
It's a carrot there.
He is. He was a gold medalist at the 1996 Olympics in Atlanta. He was playing for Indonesia then. And he actually beat a Malaysian team, and they had to take the silver. So they're both working as coaches now for Malaysia.
Indeed, I remember it well.
Atlanta. 20 seconds.
And that little bomb in the celebration park. Had to carry all our equipment all the way to the IBC. Oh dear, nightmare. Anyway, enough of Atlanta. Let's get into Madrid. Here we go. 11-7, 12-7 now. And Koo Kien Kiat starting to really get some rhythm here.
They just looked a little bit flat coming in, the Malaysians. Now that I think if they can just get the speed up and start playing, then you're all right.
8-12.
Deng Qingjin trying to encourage. They're with the serve now. Oh, and a fault called. Wow, that's a very interesting one. Ian Spear, the service judge. There he is. He's called above the waist, was it?
I believe so.
Yeah. Could be a big point.
Not a typical mixed style as the man rushes the net and the woman at the back, but it works.
Amazing. 14-8. Well, we're going to have a look at the unforced errors count later on, but I tell you what, there's certainly many more in the Singapore camp this game. They've drifted back by 7 points, they're 15-8 behind, and it's all been on error. Good rally this. Lots of variety, straight down the middle. Beautiful shot by Koo. Backhand stuff. This is excellent. Oh, the best rally of the match. Easy. Big hit. Oh, and it was an attempted drop. Koo lifts his head. And I tell you what, it was a very important point that, because if it had gone to 16-8, I think that game would have been dead. Now, it's still a big uphill task, but at 9-15, the Singapore duo could just put a bit of pressure on. With the shuttle is Hendra Wijaya. Out of court.
Service over. 16-9.
She's a little thrown off with that fault before that and sent it out the back on the serve.
This is going to be big.
Service over.
I don't know what the speed of that was. I'm looking now. 2:43. Thought it was bigger than that. Still, that's pretty fast.
It is.
Oh yeah, nice
Very
touch
nice
there.
cross-court shot. Went up and just a little snap, quick to the ground.
So fast. Lovely touch. Out of court. Oh, big mistake by Pei Tty. It's just as well they've got a big cushion here. It's 11-17, 6-point cushion, but if that had been a crucial point at this stage.
2 in a row.
12-17.
Great pickup by Wijaya. They're still going, but then out of court from Liu.
Service over.
Big pressure again. It's the big hitting. Kien Kiat forces the pressure and the mistake. 18-12. Who's up for this overture? Well, Singapore gets us out of that year. 18-13, 13-18.
A short lift to Singapore, and they're not taking any chances.
It's out and well left. Koo was in two minds there, but eventually made the absolute right choice. 19-13, still keep a 6-point lead.
Service over. 14-19.
He's lifted his head a few times, hasn't he? He's made some good, but he's not as consistent. He's been making some really good plays, but then messes up on occasions, and that one was wide as well.
15-19.
Pressure's on when your favourite. And that's in. Oh wow, this is interesting. 16-19. And I think that partnership is just being strained a little bit on the Malaysian side. They're still in with a really big chance here, but at 17-19, the Singapore duo are really looking a bit smart here. And there's the Singapore coach, and I tell you, he must be quite happy. Cheng Ching Chin. And there is significant disappointment here. Pei Tty tries to make amends for having lost quite a number of points. A great pick up there. And still this rally continues. Big effort here by the Singapore pair, and that's another point at 18-19. My goodness me. This is serious pressure here for Malaysia. And an absolutely stolid, poker-faced Singapore coach. How can he stay so easy? Well, that's why, because the next point, oh dear, 20 points to 18. So it's now game point to Malaysia.
They needed to break that run of points for sure.
That was good and good. So that is game. So it's 1-all. Well, we're privileged to see it squared up, aren't we? Because that at 21-16, 18-21 in the second. That really was a very interesting match. It's not just a battle of wills and experience here. So Rexy gives his really super advice here. There's the smash winners, and look at that. Koo and Wong are way still ahead at 12-9. Wijaya and Liu have come back a little bit. The net winners, let's have a look at that. Now, isn't that interesting? Liu still has control at the net. And they are showing really good stuff at the net. They're clear winners at 3-1 for Liu and Wijaya. And they're at 23. Oh, that's a lot of unforced errors. Well, that's pressure. Pressure time. Consecutive points. Liu and Wijaya as well. They came back really well in that match and won 5 in a row. Okay, right. For the first time this afternoon here in Madrid, we come to a rubber game. It's new territory. Hope you can still stay with us wherever you are in the world, because this is real top-class stuff. It's the old friends and the old foes, Singapore and Malaysia. Hendra Wijaya, Francis Liu of Singapore against Koo Kien Kiat and Wong Pei Tty. It's all to play for right here.
Final game.
Final match of the day. Final game of the day. What are we in for?
Service over.
First point to Singapore.
Look.
The tension mounts.
Service over.
I opened my mouth, didn't I? Not much tension in that shot. Kien Kiat was full flowing. Super smash. 301 kilometers. And another big hit as well. He's really angry, isn't he? Big anger there from the Malaysian.
Great attack cross court. Hard to return those.
Trying to establish the form they've come into this competition with.
And again, the cross court.
Super stuff.
He really hits it well coming across the body, and when on the smash, if it comes across the body, it's very hard to defend it.
Well then, 3 in a row, 4 in a row now to Malaysia. Well, for all you who've stayed up late at night in Malaysia and Singapore to watch this, I hope you're enjoying it. There's a lot more to come in this World Championships here from Madrid. And we'll bring you all the play on the 4th day tomorrow, in just a while after this match. So if you're interested, I hope that you stay around and just check out the details. Malaysia beginning now to open up quite a substantial lead. This is a big moment now, Charmaine.
It is. They just have to, for Malaysia, they have to stay focused. They're playing much better now. It's almost like they had to wake up a little bit. In the first game, they just a little bit too passive, and now they're into the rallies.
Service over.
An unforced error there from Koo. So that's 2-6. Francis Liu with the serve. Out of court, she had to rush across the net. Pei Tty played really well there. She really threatened that service, so it's now 7-2.
Service for goal.
Service again. Wow, for the second time. Yeah, Ian Spear is very tight on that. Of course, it is an advantage. If you can serve above the waist, then you're going to get it flatter and you're going to escape all those threats. But that was great play by Pei Tty there. Makes it 8-3, and this is the 3rd and rubber game in this mixed doubles. Second round encounter. It's all going Malaysia's way at the moment. 9-3. They lost the opening game, 21-16. 265, that's a hit, and another big one. Down through the middle. Pressure's on. Singapore escape for the moment and actually win the point. Extraordinary.
Very good rally.
How did that happen?
Good defense by Singapore. Koo went down the line. Oh, just missed it.
Oh, how was that? Kien Kiat. It's lovely. They have some wonderful trick shots, and that beautiful cross drop was just to perfection. And another, but didn't work. On the backhand side, it didn't work. And there, Rexy Mayanaki really quite pleased with the way things are going at the moment. Although it's now 6-10. Big chance. Big chance. 7-10.
7-10.
Well, they're working hard. Wijaya came in with a big hit here. That forced it, and Kien Kiat couldn't put it high enough. Oof. That service was out. And that is 11. There we go, 11-7. This is the change ends as well as interval here, as Rexy comes underneath the net. As you said, he was, there we go. There's confirmation as we go to the break in this final game of our final broadcast today. 11-7. Let's just have a look. A few more details as Ching Jin. Just have a look at the stats. There we go. Smash winner 16-10 to Koo and Wong. They've definitely come through well in this third. And it's still Singapore holding net at 5-3, and clear winners Liu again with Wijaya at 3-1, and Liu and Wijaya just edging the unforced errors. You don't want to be at the top there. Consecutive points, 6 and 5. Well, isn't that interesting? Koo and Wong, 6 in a row. Wow. Okay, we're back on court. We're live. It's 11-7 Malaysia. They lost the opening game. They won the second. This is the third, and it's now 8-11. Come on, Charmaine, how do we get Singapore closer?
Well, Wijaya with the great smash to the woman just now. I think they need to, again, get on attack, do a lot of mid-court shots. They're not used to the mid-court shots, not playing mixed. Get the girl to the back again. Malaysia, they get stuck sometimes with her in the back. So I think they just have to be consistent and start attacking.
Okay, that's from the Singapore bench. Now what about the Malaysians?
Malaysians, I just think, really have to cut down on their errors. They made too many of the first game, and they kind of look like they were sitting back. Once they get into the mode, the runs of shots and being aggressive and attacking, they're doing well. Koo smashing a lot at the Singapore girl, coming across her body and winning a lot of the points that way.
Hendra.
Wong Pei Tty is not having her best game. She's actually played already and won this afternoon, so I don't know whether that's maybe a bit of tiredness is there, but that was long, so it's still quite a close encounter. 3 points the difference at 10-13 with Francis Liu in service. Oh my goodness, the third time. Wow, can't believe it. She is, well, come on, Charmaine.
And he's calling it, it's high. I didn't really catch it. If she was high, it's really close to tell. It's very judgmental, but it's back and forth. I know Malaysia had a few, and Singapore have to have a few. So you just kind of have to shake it off and keep going at it.
But it's at a crucial game, and suddenly Francis Liu lost her confidence after losing that service without having struck the shuttle. So it's now suddenly 15-10, and it's Wong with the service. Some cross courts now, and again Liu's lost it at the net. That's where she's been so dominant, and suddenly two in a row, and it's a 6-point gap.
Again, I think maybe her serve is throwing her off a bit. She's still thinking about the next time she has to serve. She has to forget about it and just play.
Thailand. Umpire Wong Pei Tty.
Oh, yeah.
They read that well, the drop in the middle, pushed him cross court pretty quick.
So side to side, then suddenly it was a big point for Singapore, but oh dear. Kien Kiat found the gap too easily. So 17-11, Malaysia cruising this third and rubber game. Definitely the favourite. Dear. They were the favourites, but there's not a consistency here.
Wanting to say he carried the shuttle a little bit, but the referee's saying no, it was fine.
Now you're calling him a referee. Now,
oh, sorry, excuse me, umpire.
Thank you very much indeed, Charmaine. You've been playing, was it too much hockey? I don't know. Oh yeah, good shot. Wijaya comes up with a big cross-court smash, 288 kilometers an hour. And I tell you, that was big point, 13-17. They need to keep this going, Singapore, if they want to make a real dig of it. That's out. Yeah, much too long. And I think this is looking very solid at 18-13 now. Yeah, a little warning from umpire Tomoharu Sano saying, please keep the noise to yourself. A bit of a shout, bit of intimidation. There's certainly a lot of pressure on here. 14-18. Oh, it's short.
Service over.
It's short, and it's 19, and it's 2 points now for Malaysia.
Quick.
And again, she has that little habit, doesn't she? It can't be too coincidental, can it?
Trying to throw you off a little bit.
And she deserved that, so it is match point then to Koo and Wong of Malaysia. And despite Francis Liu's attempt to off-put, it didn't work, and this rally is still match point, and in fact they've got 6 match points, although they've lost one there. 15-20. It's going to be Liu to serve. Now is she going to alter her hair or her bootlaces? I don't think so.
Pressure's on to make it legal.
Yep. She did it, but it wasn't good enough. That's it. Pei Tty eventually has the last laugh there. The Singapore duo lose out to Koo Kien Kiat and Wong Pei Tty. They lose it by 16-21, 21-8, 21-15 in the final game. A good match, an interesting battle. Lots of technical intricacies there, I'm sure. There it is, best of three.
One by
And the match there, won by Malaysia. They go through to round 3. With the stats there of that particular match, 17-12 in terms of Koo and Wong. That was probably the difference there with the smashes. Unforced errors, look at them, 37 to Wijaya and Liu. That made a big difference.